Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the newest edition of Challenge Chicago Geographer on HugeQuiz. This is a North America expanding circles quiz. I'm very excited to try this one out because I've always enjoyed the expanding circles quizzes on HugeQuiz. But this is the newest edition, as I mentioned, of Challenge Chicago Geographer. There are others here as well, but since it's the current one, anybody, not just people with HugeQuiz Premium, can try this challenge. So I will leave a link to it in the description if you would like to try it yourself and see if you can beat CG. The rest of these, other than the Europe one, which I've already done, are US quizzes, and this one is partly US because it's North America, but I think I at least maybe stand a chance because it includes some other things as well. But the idea behind the quiz is you need to type the largest city in each expanding circle, and I'm competing with CG, seeing if I can get a higher score than him. So if you would like to see any more of this type of video, you want me to keep doing the CG challenges, or perhaps if you would like to see challenge me on HugeQuiz, let me know, because that is also potentially a possibility for the future. And as always, comments and likes and subscriptions and all of that would mean the world to me and help me beat the YouTube algorithm. So let's get started with the quiz. He started with Chicago. What a surprise. But yeah, the idea is name any North America 10K plus population city, and you get more points for the larger city that you're able to name. So Chicago is the obvious first one, and now I have to, again, name the largest city by population in here. I think this is probably Milwaukee. I don't really see another good option. Grand Rapids is fine, but there's no way it's larger than Milwaukee. So Milwaukee is 100 points. So we can see in the top right, we can see my score, CG's score. He's going to be hard to keep up with here, but as soon as we get out of the US, I think maybe it'll get a little more doable for me. In this circle, I think it's got to be Indianapolis. Again, I don't see any other reasonable option. Things are going to start getting maybe a little trickier soon, though. So I don't believe there's any time limit, so I can take my time here. I think Detroit is obvious. It's larger than Windsor. I think it's larger than Toledo, Ohio as well. St. Louis isn't in the circle. And I don't think there's anything else that's really a concern here. So I think Detroit should be fine. And that is 400 points. Well, 100 points, but, 400 total. So still on the maximum. I see Columbus, Ohio. I also see Cincinnati. I also see Louisville and St. Louis. So there's a lot of options here. But population-wise, I think Columbus and Cleveland too. But I think Columbus has to be the largest here. I don't think Louisville, I don't think there's any chance any of these are larger than Columbus. So we'll go with that, and that is another 100 points. I do have to remember that Canada exists, although I don't think it's a concern just yet. London is in here, but I doubt it would be the largest. Although we have to figure out what is, because actually there's not a lot going on here, but Minneapolis is in the circle. So I have to imagine the next will be Minneapolis. I don't think Cleveland... I think Cleveland was in the other one. Nothing down here would make any sense. And then we don't have Kansas City either, so it should be Minneapolis. And it is not. Interesting. So we both get 90 points. So there was a better option, but he also said that, so... Was it London, Ontario? Perhaps? I'm not sure. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay. Well, good to know. Now, where is downtown Toronto? Toronto is here, so I don't think it's in the circle, but I also don't think there's a penalty for guessing, so I think I have to go with Toronto here to make sure that it's not here. So, if it isn't Toronto, is it a suburb of Toronto that we're looking for, like Mississauga or Hamilton, or... Now everybody from Hamilton about to get offended me calling it a suburb of Toronto. I'm sorry. Kansas City is also a rock-solid option here, as is Nashville. Pittsburgh is fine, but I think it's a little smaller. Not very good with populations. I feel like... I mean, if it's not Toronto... Mississauga is big... And like Hamilton, but I don't think they're as big as like Kansas City and Nashville. I hope. And then the question becomes, what's larger, Kansas City or Nashville? And I don't know the answer to that either. Although I would probably guess that it's Kansas City. So I'm going to try Kansas City. And Dang. Okay, he got full pay. Is Mississauga? Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised that Mississauga is that much larger, but that is my first big gaff here. So I am now behind, but there's a lot of quiz left. Toronto has to be the one for the next one, and he will, of course, get that as well. Now, here, yeah, this is my downfall might just be not knowing like what cities are more populous and which ones aren't. I just don't have a really good sense for that sort of thing. So Atlanta's outside. Um, there's nobody lives over here. Nobody lives up there. I mean, it could be like Kingston. I mean, Kingston is decently big. It could also be, is that maybe Rochester in New York? Those are options. Charlotte is not quite in here. I mean, Huntsville surely isn't large enough to be worth considering here. So I think yeah, this is tough. I just don't know what cities are, like, I don't know the populations of really anything. So I'm going to have to make a call here. And I think I'm going to go either for Kingston or Rochester. That seems best. And I think I'm going to go... Am I going to make the mistake of ignoring Canada again? How big is Rochester? It's not huge, is it? I might actually try Kingston. Okay, is that not even here? Am I just wrong about where Kingston is? Okay, forget I said anything. I'm going Rochester. Huntsville is larger than Rochester. That is shocking to me. I never would have guessed that. Okay, but Rochester's close, so it's fine. Fargo is here, but surely not largest. Birmingham, Atlanta. The problem with Atlanta is that it's not actually that big, city proper-wise, but DC and Baltimore are here too, so... I want to say Charlotte. City proper, I think, is larger than everything else here. It is Charlotte, and CG once again is on it. He's only dropped 10 points in total so far. Okay, I mean, Montreal is a consideration when we get there, but we're not there yet. Ottawa, I think, is here, but is Ottawa going to be big? Surely it's not bigger than Philadelphia. There's no way Ottawa has more people than Philadelphia. And now we just have New York. So that's simple enough. Although I should have been thinking about Montreal. Now, Montreal, I think city center is probably in the other circle. Although I will try it to be safe. So if that is wrong, then... Well, this becomes a little interesting. So we don't have New Orleans. We've got Savannah, Georgia, but that's not big. Ooh, Dallas Center looks like it's in the circle. So I think I like Dallas best. Otherwise, it could be like a Montreal suburb like Laval, but I think I'll go Dallas. And Dallas is correct. And honestly, I think Fort Worth is probably the best next one, although actually Jacksonville... I think Jacksonville is like 10th in the US by population, and I don't think Fort Worth is top 10, so I'm going to go Jacksonville. And it is. Okay, well, I'm hanging in there at least. And again, the first phase of the quiz is the most US heavy, so I need to just wait until we get farther away. There are still lots of circles left. So that looks like Quebec City, so that is definitely an option. Boston is not here. I don't think Florida is a concern. Houston is just outside. I don't think it's anything else in Canada. So yeah, it's either Quebec City or it's maybe a Houston suburb. Otherwise, I don't really see... I mean, it could be like Beaumont or whatever that is in Texas, but... Oh, how about Denver? Ooh, hello, Denver. I think I gotta go Denver here. I'm glad I noticed that. Denver is correct. And next, I feel has to be Houston. Okay. Now, we have Tampa. Tampa isn't bad because there really isn't a lot of population in this circle. This part of the country is just a bunch of nothing. New Mexico, again, this is just never anything. I think, okay, Texas is the main thing. Now that I think is San Antonio. Or is it Austin? No, Austin's there. I'm going to go San Antonio if it's acceptable, which it is. Next, Florida is probably like Fort Myers. I don't think San Antonio has any like giant suburbs, but I could be wrong about that. And then again, this side of the US, there's really nothing there at all. Saskatchewan is probably not an issue. New Brunswick, surely not. So at this point, I'm thinking it probably is Florida. It could also be whatever this thing here is, like Daytona Beach or something. Florida's just a giant mess of like suburbs. It could be a Texas thing, like a San Antonio suburb, if there's something here that doesn't count as San Antonio. But I feel like San Antonio is a little less suburb spammy than the other Texas cities. So I think I'm going to send Florida, and I'm probably going to go Fort Myers. Oh, Lord. What? Dude, Cape Coral wasn't the best answer, but it was 92. Cape Coral? How is... Okay, so, like, that's fair, but, like, how is that much higher? Like, I thought Fort Myers was a pretty big city. 40 versus 92 is kind of wild to me, but that is another big mistake from me there. Again, just kind of showing that I don't super know my stuff when it comes to populations. Miami downtown, I think, is south of here, which is kind of an issue. I think Fort Lauderdale could work for this. And it may just be the play here because I think this is really like middle of nowhere in Texas at this point, although we have Mexico. That's probably, what is that, Nuevo Laredo? I mean, Nuevo Laredo actually may be larger um, than Fort Lauderdale. And I'm starting to think that it is. Okay, am I wrong about what that is? Is Nuevo Laredo this one? Okay, well, that's unfortunate because now... Wait a second. What is this city here? What is that? It's not Reynosa, it's not Matamoros. Those are down there. What's the other border city? What's the Texas one? It's not like Del Rio or something. Oh no. Wait, I actually don't know. I thought it was Nuevo Laredo, and now I'm a little baffled. Guys, I think this is going to be a skill issue, because I think this may be the answer. And for some reason, I can't come up with what that city is right now. And I've been recording for a bit, so I want to keep going. So I'm going to take the L and type Fort Lauderdale. 33. Albuquerque? What? Dude. Albuquerque was the answer? Okay. Again, I'm not even that annoyed. I'm just kind of shocked that Albuquerque is triple the points of Fort Lauderdale because, like, I don't think of Albuquerque as being a huge city. I guess that's just wrong, but, like, I don't know. I just thought Fort Lauderdale was really big, but apparently it's not nearly as big as I thought. Dude, okay, well now I'm starting to fall behind. Miami is an option here, although I do feel like, again, Mexico may be better. Now, that's Matamoros there. It is huge, but I don't know if the center is in the circle. Reynosa is there. That's not in play. And then I do think that Nuevo Laredo is also in play here. It is big. Is it bigger than Matamoros? I think Matamoros is bigger. But Miami might just be bigger than those anyway. But Miami has like a gazillion suburbs, so I really don't know. I think I'm going to try Matamoros. Oh, yes, let's go. It's 100. Miami is 89, so he doesn't lose much there, but that was a really nice guess there. Reynosa is in play now. Florida is gone. I still have to worry about the Western US though. We're gonna hit like Phoenix and stuff soon. Salt Lake City is here. And we also potentially have like okay, we don't have where's Calgary here? Wait, where is Calgary? Hold on. Oh no, that's Calgary. That's Edmonton there. So Calgary's not a problem yet. I think honestly Salt Lake City probably because oh unless Juarez. Juarez. Yeah, okay. He got it. Yep. I'm glad I spotted Juarez. Nothing here. Anything down here? Like Mexico is pretty nasty. Like you have to be careful because there are a lot of sneakily large cities here, like Monterrey, for example. I doubt Monterrey is getting beaten by anything American here. So yeah, let's go with it. Uh, Havana. What? Okay, I was not paying attention to Cuba at all. That is my fault. That is entirely my fault. Although I'm still kind of surprised by how much larger Havana is because I know Monterrey is pretty big. But fair enough. Cuba is now a concern because Cuba does have a fair few cities, and some of them are pretty large. So here I think we're just looking at Calgary or not Phoenix. So probably Calgary. Now I imagine it's Phoenix. Unless there's like some giga city in Mexico. I mean, there's like Tampico, but Merida's pretty big actually. But Phoenix I still think is larger. It is. Las Vegas now is in play. Edmonton's already gone. Cuba, like Camagüey maybe is what that is. I'm not sure. But still doesn't feel relevant enough for me to consider. So I may go for Las Vegas. I don't know. I mean, Vegas, it's not giant. It does feel like maybe like the city of San Luis Potosi, which is that what that is there? That may actually be larger than Las Vegas, or maybe like an Hermosillo. Hermosillo's there, so it's not that. Where is SLP? Oh, SLP is here. Okay, so that's not anything either. Okay, I'm not actually spotting much of note in Mexico. I mean, Campeche City, but that's not big. Honestly, if that is I'm gonna try Camagüey. Okay, well, that backfired on me massively. I don't really know why I thought Camagüey would be larger than Las Vegas, but honestly, I did. So I went for it because I thought, oh, well, I don't know, Henderson and North Las Vegas and all of the suburbs, I feel like they make Vegas proper like not that big, but that is a mistake. Again, I'm making a lot of mistakes. I didn't expect to win this, and I am not winning it, but it's fun to kind of think through this anyway. But yeah, my knowledge of city populations really isn't all that great. Um, hmm. Okay, California is not a problem yet, nor is any of that. So the only real consideration here is Mexico, I think. So the question is it Hermosillo, which is that one, or is it possibly San Luis Potosi? I don't know which city is larger. I really don't. I'm just gonna have to make a call here. I'll go with San Luis Potosi. Wow, it's so close. 99 points. CG went for the correct Hermosillo, but it's pretty much identical. We're not yet to the populous stuff in California. Mexicali is possible. And then the coastal Sinaloa stuff like Culiacan and Mazatlan, I think, is in play too. How about Leon? Is that Leon there? Because Leon is huge and would beat out all of those. I still don't think Cuba is a problem here. I'm going to try Leon. And that's 100. Now we do get to California, although it's still inland stuff. So, like, biggest here is probably, I don't know, maybe like Anaheim is in here or something like Riverside. But, oh, well, what about good old Mexico City? That's a slightly better answer there. Now it's LA, I think. Now we have San Jose and San Francisco. And we have more Mexico. And we may have Port-au-Prince. Now, Port-au-Prince is big. I don't know how big, unfortunately. San Jose is like 900,000, I think, roughly. And that's pretty big, but I would guess that Port-au-Prince is a million plus. It's bigger than Oaxaca or anything else, so I'm going to go Port-au-Prince. It's 90. Okay, he went for the same one. San Jose may have been the correct answer there, but it's still a decent score. Guess I missed Vancouver, but yeah, Vancouver was never going to be larger than LA or whatever it was. Okay, now what? Guatemala City is a solid option here. Tegucigalpa too, but I'm pretty sure Guatemala is larger. Now, Santo Domingo, I don't know if it's in the circle or not. I would still guess that Santo Domingo is smaller than Guat City, but I don't know for sure. But I'm going to go Guatemala. Holy, 34? How is it that low? So CG did the same, but that was a huge opportunity for me to gain points back. It must have been Santo Domingo, but that is shocking to me that it is that much lower. That is... I'm very surprised by that. But okay. Made the wrong call there. Everything up here now is just too cold for any people to exist, so I think we are looking at probably San Salvador. Tegucigalpa is not in the circle. And then Nicaragua, there shouldn't be anything in the north that's that big. East DR is possible. You know, just in case, I'm going to do Santo Domingo. Make sure it's not in this one. And now I will go for San Salvador. Now, Managua is on the south coast of the lake, so we don't have Managua. We don't have San Juan, which makes this challenging, actually. I think I have to go for Nicaragua. I think I would go for Leon as the second city. Beautiful. He had to go Puerto Rico, so he went my ways, but I don't think he could name another city in Nicaragua, so that's big for me. Next question, what's larger, San Juan or Managua? I think Managua, and it is. Puerto Rico is gone. Virgin Islands are a non-issue. Greenland is not happening. Okay, well, this one... Ooh, okay, this one is nasty. This is very hard. Can I come up with anything here? I mean, Virgin Islands... What's the main city on St. Croix? Jesus. Is Nuke here? Can't believe I'm even considering that, but... And then up here, you really just have nothing at all. Holy moly, guys. How about Liberia? Is that what that is? I mean, Liberia's got to be 10K plus. What else? I mean, South Nicaragua, I don't think I can. I mean, there's like blue fields, I guess, but that's not big either. The Caribbean, there's really nothing. I'm going to go Liberia. Oh, he got it. Wow. Well done to him there. That's not easy. Okay. Next one, you got to go San Jose. I think that's the only option. Now, South Costa Rica is once again an issue. In fact, I'm not sure I can name a city in southern Costa Rica, which means it's a good thing that Colombia is here. Although it's North America, so Colombia doesn't count. So we're back to square one here. Now we have some of Alaska, but I don't know if there's any urban center. And is Sitka here? Sitka might be here, but I don't like it that much as an answer. And otherwise, St. John's, Antigua is probably okay. I think that'll be acceptable. I'm going to make sure that it doesn't accept Barranquilla, because that is, in fact, South America. Costa Rica is, if there is something here, it's not big anyway. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Panama, there's nothing. Wow, that's crazy, but I think I have to go St. John's. Oh, Oranjestad. Oh, I missed Aruba. Dang. Okay, so Oranjestad was a little better. It was not ideal. I don't know what was. I don't think it tells you, but it would be interesting to know. Panama City seems obvious for this, so I'm just going to go ahead and send that in. Here, we're talking South Panama. David is there, so it's not David. Okay, I'm pretty bad at cities in Panama. So this is bad because Dominica is not something I want to go for. There's nothing here. So it really is just, can you name a city in this part of Panama? Which I should be able to. Is Chitre here or like Agua Dulce are things that come to mind? Like, what is that? I really need to know what that is. I'm going to try Chitre. 100. Wow. Santiago de Veraguas? What the heck? I don't even know what that is. Or is it just called Santiago on the map? I don't know. That's a good poll by him either way. Glad that Chitre was correct. That's actually quite hard. Okay, so now we have a problem of can I name anything? Now Martinique, I mean, if Fort-de-France is 10K, then it'll bail me out. But I'm not sure I have another city here, like, at all, because Yukon is nothing, like, Inuvik, like, might be here if it's even 10K. Panama is nothing. I'm gonna go Fort-de-France. It is correct. Okay. I still don't think I can win here unless he like misses one. So Castries on St. Lucia is fine. And probably the only good option here. Assuming there's no other island thing. I mean, I guess like Kingstown, but I would guess that Castries is larger. And there really is just nothing else. Because again, like this northern stuff, there's just nobody here. So I'm going to go Castries. Kingstown. He went for Kingstown. It was 34. Do I have a chance here? This would be an insane comeback, but I doubt it. Bridgetown should be fine here. This is all part of Venezuela, so that won't count. Anchorage has to be watched out for, but we're definitely not there yet. Where is Anchorage? It's like right there, I think. Oh, it's that one. Okay. Yeah, so that's not a thing yet. So it's got to be Bridgetown, but he's going to get that. And now it's Chaguanas. I mean, hopefully he says Port of Spain, because I think Chaguanas is pretty significantly larger. And Anchorage is definitely still not an issue, so it should be Chaguanas. And he went Port of Spain. Do I have a chance here? I might. I don't know if there's any other hard ones, though. Because now we're just going to be in Alaska. Dang it, dude. I think I'm going to be very close to pulling this off. We still don't have Anchorage, though. Where's Fairbanks? It's there. So we have Fairbanks, which is the answer. And after this, we have Anchorage. And now we have the last circle. Or no, that was the last circle. Was that the last circle? 4,500 to 100,000. I don't think there's anything left. Because there's no new circle appeared. Well, that makes me sad. Because I was actually extremely close. And I had a couple missteps in here. Like, okay, so what did I lose by? I lost by 61. I would have gotten 53 if I'd just gone Las Vegas. I would have gotten 67. I would have won if I'd just gone Albuquerque instead of freaking Fort Lauderdale. 52 points difference on Fort Myers versus Cape Coral. Guatemala City over under. Yeah, I mean, Santo Domingo, that would have gotten me 66 right there. I would have won if I'd gone Santo Domingo. And that was to me kind of, I don't know. I knew they were close. Well, I thought they were close. Apparently they're not, but I was thinking about Santo Domingo. Like, that would have done it for me. So I had every opportunity here to win that. I could have gone Mississauga. Like, I made several pretty big mistakes here. And those cost me the win. But this was fun. I enjoyed it. I think I have to click end quiz because I don't think there's another... Like, Anchorage is in this circle, and there is not another circle. So, unless I click skip, but that's nothing. So, ending quiz now. All done, sure. But, yeah. CG wins 4,157 to 4,096. But, hey, my final score was a power of 2, so who's the real winner here? But that was fun. I quite enjoyed that. If we look at the leaderboard, he finished 34th overall, and I'm down here in 43rd. Yeah, a little unfortunate on several of those, but hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's not like with the exception of maybe Albuquerque, it's not like I didn't notice the other cities. It's more that I just didn't choose them. Like I just made the mistake of thinking, one thing was larger than another when it wasn't. I mean, Havana too. Havana I didn't really notice, and Albuquerque I didn't really notice. Although honestly, I might still have gone Fort Lauderdale. Otherwise, it was like I made the conscious decision to send Camagüey over Las Vegas. I made the decision to send Fort Myers over anything else in Florida. I chose to send Kansas City, etc. So I can't be too unhappy, but this was winnable. And I think some of you guys in the comments, if you try this challenge yourselves, will probably beat him as well and beat me. But I think I did okay for sure. And it was a very, very fun quiz. I really enjoyed this concept. So yeah, shout out CG for making this. For doing the challenge, and shout out Darren, of course, for making the quiz because these are always great fun. And yeah, perhaps maybe you guys will see me soon in the challenge section of HugeQuiz as well. We'll see if I can make that happen. But yeah, this was fun. Loved it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching as well. That's going to be it for me for the video, though. Let me know, of course, in the comments if you did like it, if you're still here, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.